In this video, we will learn how to use Excel to calculate the net present value or NPV of a cash flow. The starting point of this analysis is to have a cash flow, as you can see in this particular table. These are the years, end of year 0, all the way through end of year 12, and the cash flows in each of these years. The parentheses indicate that this is a negative number. That means it's similar to an initial investment at the end of year 0. Now, why do we say end of year 0? Well, Excel formulas are designed in usually such a way that they take all the cash flows at the end of the year. And if we are making an investment, let us say on January 1 of a year, and then at the end of that year, on December 31st of that year, we have a return or a positive cash flow, then the formula as it's laid out gets a little confusing. So what we do is a little trick. We say end of year 0, which is similar to having an investment made on late December 31st. And then that comes as the investment of $250,000. And end of year 1 then becomes December 31st of the next year. So that's how we have the positive cash flows. We also need to know what is the annual discount rate for each of those years. And we have assumed in this case that to be 8%. Now, if we add up all of these numbers, all the way, we click here from cell C6 through cell C18. This is C6, this is C18. The total sum of these is $237,000. What that tells us is, without discounting over time, without taking into account the time value of money, just a simple sum of all of these, negative 250,000 and all of these numbers, is positive 237. However, that's not exactly what we will get in terms of present value, because a dollar we will receive 12 years from now is worth a lot less than the dollar we will receive today. So that is why we need to discount each of these numbers. So let us see how we can do that. We basically say, we take this number right here and we divide it by 1 plus this percentage, 8%, and then we raise it to the power 0 in this case. What that means is we are basically taking $250,000 of net outflow, dividing it by the discount rate, but since B6 is 0, it becomes 1, so it becomes negative 250 anyway. But if we carry this formula all the way down, what we will see is the discounted value of these numbers. So for example, we will receive $4,000 a year from now. Today's value of that $4,000 based on 8% discount rate is $3,700. In the same way, $31,000 that you will receive 4 years from now, if they are discounted at the rate of 8% each year, is worth actually $22,785 in today's dollars. In the same way, $55,000 received in year 12 is worth only $21,841 today. So if we look at this table right here gives us the discounted cash flow value. Now, if we take a quick sum of these discounted values, it is $23,392, which is very different than $237,000. Now, this is $23,392 in terms of all the discounted cash value. This is using the manual calculation in Excel. Luckily, there is a formula in Excel that allows you to calculate these numbers very quickly, and I will show you how. So basically, the syntax is you put the equal sign, type NPV for present value, open the parentheses, and you will see the argument. The first one is the rate. So you click the rate, which is in cell D3, 8%, comma, and then it asks you to put all the values that you want to discount. So we will select, from here, these values. Now you will notice that I did not select the value in C6 because it is at the beginning of the year conceptually. So we will just add that right here. We will add this, and since we are adding a negative value, it's deducting it. And when we hit return, the NPV value, the formula gives us the same value that we had calculated using the manual method. So this is the way of using Excel to calculate NPV. So essentially, you hit equal sign, NPV, which starts the formula the moment you click on the parentheses, and then you follow the argument right here. There are many examples on the web of how to do this also, so that may be another source for you to look at.